Chuck Todd brought Democratic Governor Jerry Brown of California on Meet the Press to talk about whether or not the party should have a litmus test. So let's watch his answer, and then we'll discuss.
What do you do? How do you tell the Democratic base that says, look, sometimes you got to compromise? So, for instance, the issue of abortion, we talked about culture. You've got some inside the Democratic Party, some major Democratic leaders, from a senator in New York, Kristen Gillibrand, to others who think the Democratic Party should not support Democrats who are not pro-choice on abortion. But you have people like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer who say, you know what? The Democrats need to be a big tent. How do you tell the Democratic base you got to learn to compromise?
Well, first of all, I don't know who this Democratic base is. It's shifting. The Democratic, the segments of our party are highly differentiated. They're environmentalists, there are gun owners, there are pro-choice people, there are religious fundamentalists, not very many, but they're there. So I'd say, look, even on the abortion issue, it wasn't very long ago that a number of Catholic Democrats were opposed to abortion. So the fact that somebody believes today what most people believed 50 years ago should not be the basis for their exclusion. In America, we're not ideological. We're not like a Marxist party in 1910. We are big tent by the very definition. We're not ideological in the European sense of what political parties used to be. Even in Europe now, they don't have that same ideological purity. America is not one place. You can't let hot button issues that work great in particular congressional districts, one way or the other, to be the guiding light for a national party that covers a very wide spectrum of belief.
So you don't believe there should be a litmus test on abortion, or is there an issue there should be one on for the Democrats?
I don't. Well, the litmus test should be intelligence, caring about as Harry Truman or Roosevelt used to call it, the common man. We're not going to get everybody on board, and I'm sorry, but running in San Francisco is not like running in Tulare County or Modoc, California, much less Mobile, Alabama. If we want to be a governing party of a very diverse, and I say diverse ideologically as well as ethnically, country, well, then you have to have a broader, a party that rises above the more particular issues to the generic, the general issue of making America great, if I might take that word.
Oh boy, is that rich. This is how you know the Democrats are incredibly lost. That was a rambling, incoherent answer. And then at the end, it's like, what we got to do is we got to, make America great. So I don't know what I believe. Confusion. I don't know what I believe. Confusion. Copy Trump's slogan. There was a time when Jerry Brown was a solid lefty, when he argued for Medicare for all. Then he sold out. Now he's the Democratic governor of California. And there was talk about how he was really happy that Anthony Rendon killed the single-payer bill, the Medicare for All bill, in California because he didn't want to sign it. And look, there, his answer shows you how lost he is and how he's been involved in politics too long and the big donors have gotten to him. So he says at one point, look, you can't let hot-button issues be the guiding light for a national party. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. He just says it. Like, yeah, you can't let hot button issues be the guiding light for a national party. Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. Especially when it's a policy that has 80% approval, like a living wage. If the Democrats across the country all got on board with a living wage, that would help them win. Because 80% of the American people want it. 90% of the American people, 91% actually, want a universal background check for gun purchases. Even a majority of Republicans and a majority of NRA members. So you say, hot button issues can't be a guiding light for a national party. Of course it can. Why the fuck not? He just says these things as if like, well, obviously that has wisdom, right? No, it's actually dead wrong. What else? I don't know. Medicare for all, 61% favorability. Maybe if you run on ideas that are popular, people will like you and you'll become popular. Ooh, wacky, I know. Then he says, oh, what should the litmus test be? Chuck Todd asks him. He goes, intelligence? The fuck does that even mean? Intelligence? What are you going to make everybody who runs as a Democrat take an IQ test? Sorry, you didn't make the cut. Next. Caring about the common man. So wait a second. How do you square that with what you said before? You said, no, we can't let hot button issues be the guiding light for a national party. But if you care about the common man, you are going to push for certain positions on hot button issues because that's what would help the common man. See, he's just confused and lost, man. He's been involved in politics too long, and the strategists and the lobbyists have gotten to his head. And then the part where he's most wrong is he gets specific. He goes, look, you can't run in California on the same platform that you'd run in Mobile, Alabama. To which I say, yes, you can. Again, guys like Jerry Brown have had control of the party for decades. And what happened? 1,000 seats are lost. 1,000 Democratic seats are lost. Republicans hold the House of Representatives. They hold the Senate. They hold the majority of state legislatures. They hold the governorships. Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump, who had a 60% unfavorability rating on the day he won. Obviously, your strategy is wrong. All the evidence is there. You are wrong. You've been wrong every step of the way. But they still, I think what we should do is stand for less stuff and be a big tent. A big tent, when your tent is so big that you don't stand for anything anymore, you're just going to lose, and you're not a big tent. You're just an amorphous blob. Your big tent has become an amorphous blob that wants Wall Street CEOs and the people screwed by Wall Street under the same tent. You want health insurance executives and the people who lost loved ones because they didn't have health coverage. You want them to be under the same tent. You know how to build an actual big tent? By fighting for progressive, populist left ideas. Because then what kind of a big tent are you going to build? You're going to have people in Alabama, for example, who go, you know what? I might not agree with the Democratic position on abortion. I might not agree with the Democrats' position on marijuana, which, by the way, most people do because 60% want to legalize it. But I might not agree on some social issues, but I'm still going to vote for them because I know they're fighting for me when it comes to the economy. They want stronger unions. They want Medicare for all. They want to tax the rich. They want free college. So that's a real big tent where you build a winning coalition, where you stand for something and you're clear about it and people go, you know what? I might not agree with you on everything, but I know you haven't sold out and I know you're looking out for me. And that's what Bernie Sanders offers people. Why do you think he does so well in the Midwest? Why do you think he does so well? People in the Midwest don't look at Bernie Sanders on social issues and go, damn, look at Bernie. He was fighting for trans rights before trans rights were a thing in the 1980s. I'm going to vote for him because of that. They go, I might not even agree with him on that issue, but I know he's fighting for me because he wants Medicare for all. He wants a living wage. He wants free college. He wants to tax the rich. He wants stronger unions. He wants my family to be financially secure. So I'm going to overlook some of the areas where I disagree with him because I know he's not corrupt. That's how you build a real big tent. The big tent the Democrats want, it's an amorphous blob of contradictions that stands for nothing. They still don't get it, man. They still don't fucking get it. And Chuck Todd brings this guy on as if he's some sort of voice of wisdom. And I love the framing, too, of the question. How do you tell the progressive base that they have to compromise? Why is it never framed the other way? Why is it never framed? How do you tell the corporatists and the neoliberals that they have to compromise? And that they've lost running their strategy, so maybe they need to listen to the so-called purists. They never demand unity around populist left ideas that are overwhelmingly popular. It's always unity among shitty corporate candidates and neoliberal ideas. But the funny thing is we actually are unifying around populist left ideas. The actual left is. That's why you have, Our Revolution and People for Bernie and Democratic Socialists and Justice Democrats and Brand New Congress and National Nurses United. That's why we have all these left-wing groups coming together, because we are unifying. Isn't it funny? The same people who they claim are incapable of unifying have unified, and have unified better than them. It's just that they don't want to unify around actual popular ideas because they're too busy being beholden to their donors. So they have no clue what the fuck they're doing. We do. JusticeDemocrats.com. I think I've now said this in every segment from today. JusticeDemocrats.com. Our candidates take zero corporate money, zero PAC money. They stand for everything in that platform. JusticeDemocrats.com/platform. Come join us. Come join us. JusticeDemocrats.com/fight. We need you because we say no to corporate donors, no to big money. So we need your support and we need you.